In the last videos, I want to talk about how what we teach in the course of MA Service Design also transforming within the universities. Loretta, who is one of our alumni, graduated from the course a couple of years ago, becoming our first ever service design within the university. And myself, after graduating from the course, alongside working in the industry, I also joined the teaching team back in 2017. Here is our conversation.
I graduated the course in December 2023. And the month after, I started working as a service designer at UAL. I've worked on quite a wide range of different projects, including looking at some of the internal processes, for example, procurement, purchasing, what these internal processes look like for staff members. I've also looked at student journeys, what's it like from the moment they became interested in applying to UAL until the moment they graduate and become an alumni. Universities are such big ecosystems for us to delve into, and the kind of services available to students and the staff, they all shape their experiences. What I find interesting is that service design is not very well understood by people. So instead of talking about methodologies, I tend to use very practical tools to incorporate it into their context. For example, mapping their journeys, bringing people together to co-create, to look at a challenge or a barrier they experience together. The Making Connections project that we've worked together, looking at the governance and decision-making processes at UAL, we brought together staff across different departments, across different grades, to look at how their experience was like in these decision-making processes, their barriers, what their challenges were, if they felt heard or not. I think what we focused on was really creating a very comfortable and safe space for staff at all levels to really talk about their experience and to collectively shaping the solutions together. That to me was a very, very rewarding and special project.
I think I hold a very I call it a double head or dual positions as someone who working in the industry but also taking up the teaching roles, which is very important for my role as someone bringing the most current day-to-day conversations in the industry, how the practice have changed. And I would say it's almost shifting every single year. So that's the interesting part about the course, that we keep updating the content based on my observation, my own practice, but also conversations I have with people in the industry. One thing I do as a teacher, I think what you always carry is a mindset of being a designer, because teaching is also an experience you design. So you have a room of students all come from different parts of the world. They come here, they would like to learn, but inside the university, you can gamble and take more risk because it's such a low-stake environment. It's also making yourself to challenge where the boundaries you would like to try, you would like to learn. You might be taking up responsibilities you don't normally take. And I think as a teacher, you need to be creating this environment for people to come out from the comfort zone. And it is something very fundamentals about service design is you think systematically. Like there are different routes, different players, different actors can be part of the decision-making process. And in teaching, it is the same. You also have to consider who are the people in the room and what sort of concern, what are their needs are. And that is the basic 101 of being a good designer. One thing that I found that unlearning is particular relevance that surprised me is how quick the industry and the discipline have evolved. What is changed is that you don't need to explain it, you need to demonstrate it, and you need to align with other people. So it's all about how do you integrate, how can you make impact alongside with other disciplines together. So it's no longer about the theory of the work, but actually how do you change and adapt. After working several years, coming and study a master's degree, you need to unlearn what you were doing before. Ongoing unlearning, it is a very important skill in order to stay relevant. So that really surprised me and is so important. Yeah.
Excellent.